been taking your weekly shot on time, you're eating well, you're drinking your electrolytes, and you're hitting your protein goals, and you still feel exhausted, foggy, moody. So if you're on Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, Tirzepatide, Semaglutide, and your results aren't matching your efforts, there's a silent factor that you're probably not understanding: sleep. Not just the hours, but the quality and the timing, the hormones that are connected to the sleep, and how GLP-1 medications dramatically change the way that your brain, that your body respond while you're sleep deprived. Hi, I'm Lori. This is GLP-1 Journey in Review. I'd like to thank Mochi Health for sponsoring this video. Mochi Health, they're a telehealth company that matches you with a healthcare provider online. They have a $79 monthly subscription fee, which includes unlimited amounts of visits with your telehealth care provider, a dietitian, sleep study, labs, and support 24 hours. I think they're great. Without Mochi, my journey may have ended a long time ago. They're making this a little bit more affordable with semaglutide at $99 a month and tirzepatide for $199 a month. They're the people to go to for all your GLP-1 needs. And best yet, it's delivered right to your door. Today, we're breaking down on why sleep is not optional on a GLP-1 medication and why it's actually one of the biggest factors of your success. This is a full, no BS, science meets real life breakdown covering why sleep feels different on a GLP-1 medication, how poor sleep increases cravings, and even when food noise is gone, how poor sleep increases cravings even when the food noise is gone. GLP-1 fatigue versus sleep deprivation fatigue. Let's start with the biology. GLP-1 medications slow stomach emptying and they reduce appetite, stabilize blood sugars, and regulate hunger hormones. But what most people forget is that sleep has a direct impact on these same systems. Sleep controls ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin equals the hunger hormone. Leptin makes you feel more full. When you don't sleep, ghrelin goes up. And even if you're on a GLP-1 medication, it still does. Leptin goes down, even if the shot is doing its job. That's why people can suddenly crave carbs, sugar, and salty snacks at midnight, even when food noise has been silenced for weeks. Sleep regulates your insulin sensitivity. Sleep deprivation equals insulin resistance. GLP-1 medications, they improve insulin sensitivity. When you're not sleeping, those efforts fight each other. Low sleep also lower metabolism. GLP-1s are not magic. They can't override chronic sleep deprivation. And let's not forget that sleep affects cortisol. Cortisol spikes make cravings return. Cortisol spikes also slows down and it increases water retention, which leads to weigh-ins that make people panic. Yes, the scale went up 3 pounds overnight. That's cortisol plus water, not fat. We know we didn't get enough calories to gain that 3 pounds. GLP-1 fatigue, it's its own thing. You know this feeling. It's not sleepiness. It's not laziness. It's not depression. It's a cellular energy shift. GLP-1 medications change how your mitochondria uses energy. They slow digestion. They suppress appetite. They change dopamine levels. But when you pair normal medication fatigue with sleep deprivation, your body becomes overwhelmed. Your response, brain fog, mood swings, sluggish weight loss, increased nausea, food aversions, random irritability, and low motivation. Now, here's the critical part. If you don't sleep, GLP-1 fatigue gets amplified. And this is why people think that their dose is too high when they're just under-rested. Let's connect the dots. Cravings return, sleep deprivation activates the brain reward center. Your body starts seeking fast energy like carbs, sugar, caffeine, salty snacks, even if you're not hungry. And there's stress eating, even emotional eating that you thought GLP-1s cured, and it can creep back. Why? Cortisol plus dopamine imbalance and sleep loss causes impulse decisions. When sleep is low, cortisol, water retention increases, weight loss stalls. You may still be losing fat, but you're masking it with inflammation. And there's muscle breakdown. And GLP-1s, rapid weight loss, already puts you at risk for losing muscle mass. Poor sleep accelerates muscle loss. Less muscle equals slower metabolism and slower results. And let's not forget hormone shifts. Sleep deprivation affects estrogen, testosterone, thyroid hormones, and these are necessary for healthy fat loss. Let's talk about emotional regulation and GLP-1 sleep connection. One of the least talked about side effects of GLP-1 medication is emotional blunting or emotional sensitivity. Sleep control, the mood regulates. Sleep controls mood regulation. When you're sleep deprived, the minor things feel huge. Your patience disappears. Impulsivity increases. Anxiety rises. Depression symptoms worsen. GLP-1 users often say, I don't feel like myself when I don't sleep. It's because GLP-1 affects dopamine and serotonin pathways in the brain. When you add sleep loss into the equation, emotional dysregulation skyrockets. This is why some people suddenly cry in commercials or snap at family members. Sleep is a foundation that stabilizes emotional changes on GLP-1 medications. And let's not forget that sleep influences digestion, nausea, and side effects. Here's something that doctors don't tell you. Sleep directly affects your GI motility. On GLP-1 medication, your stomach empties slower. When you're tired, it empties even slower. It increases nausea, bloating, constipation, dehydration, and fatigue. It also makes food sit longer in your stomach, which increases the risk of vomiting and burping up food from sulfur burps hours later. Your digestive system resets while you're sleeping. Without enough sleep, everything slows down. Let's talk about the mental scale chaos. When you're sleep deprived, water retention climbs, inflammation increases, cortisol rises, and the scale can jump up 2 to 4 pounds overnight. Most people panic and think the medication has stopped working. Progress photos look different. Your face looks puffier, more bloated, and less defined. Many people think they're plateauing or sliding backwards. It's not, it's inflammation from a lack of sleep. Sleep controls your ability to reason, plan, and stay disciplined. GLP-1 medications already suppresses dopamine, so you're not getting those traditional dopamine hits from food. Add sleep loss and no dopamine, that equals no motivation. How much sleep do you actually need on GLP-1 medication? The general advice is between 7 to 9 hours, but for GLP-1 users, especially during rapid weight loss, the reality is it's closer to 8 to 10 hours of combined nighttime sleep plus naps. Here's why. Your metabolism is recalibrating. Your hormones are shifting. Your digestion is slower. Your brain is adapting to new dopamine patterns. Your body is burning stored energy. This transformation is energy intensive. Your body demands extra recovery time. Let's talk about ways that you can improve your sleep on a GLP-1 medication. Don't go to bed on a completely empty stomach. A small protein snack 2 to 3 hours before bed can help stabilize your blood sugar, reduce nausea, and prevent early morning hunger spikes. Examples of Greek yogurt, a Fairlife shake, some cottage cheese, or protein pudding. Hydrate earlier in the day. Stop drinking large amounts 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This will help reduce nighttime bathroom trips. Take electrolytes. Low sodium or magnesium can cause cramps, restless legs, and sleep disruption. Element or magnesium helps with this. Lower your dinner portion size. Heavy meals sit longer if you're on a GLP-1 medication. Sleep improves when your stomach is working overtime. Dim the lights 2 hours before bedtime. GLP-1 raises the melatonin production timing. Lowering the lights helps your brain think, move your body. Don't work out, just movement. 10 to 20 minutes of gentle walking after dinner improves digestion and helps sleep. And we should avoid caffeine late in the afternoon or evening. Set a bedtime routine. Consistency matters. Sleep is not a luxury when you're on a GLP-1 medication. It's a vital part of the equation. You can do everything right. Track macros, take your medication, stay hydrated, eat protein. Without enough sleep, you're fighting against your own biology. When you sleep well, cravings will stay low. Weight loss accelerates. Mood stabilizes. Digestion improves. Inflammation drops. And the medication works as intended. Sleep isn't the final step, it's the foundation. And when you fix it, everything else just becomes easier. If you found this information helpful at all, please let me know in the comments and please hit that like and subscribe button.